and welcome to another gear review with me and Jay, and today we are looking at the Harley Benton PB-20 standard bass. So I'm not a bassist, but I've been doing a lot more recording recently for the YouTube channel, and until this turned up, I was using Retune and Reaper to just basically down tune my guitar. So I thought, no, I'll get a proper bass and see how I get on. Didn't want to spend too much money on it, so I had a chat with Thomann, and they were kind enough to send one of these over for me to check out and see if I was interested in buying it. So thought I'd review it and tell you what I think of it, whether I'm going to buy it or not, and yeah, some pros and some cons. So first of all, the sounds. So what I'm doing is I'm playing straight into Reaper through Amplitude's bass 3 freebie setting. So that's what it sounds like. We've got basic volume and tone controls. So tone controls full on treble, so turn it all the way on to bass. So quite a wide sweep on that. Obviously volume, that's what the volume control should do. So it sounds like a bass. I'll show you in the mix later as well, but it sounds like a bass, to my ears sound. It's based on the Fender Precision bass, single pickup, staggered pickup here, barrel bridge. It is a poplar body with a maple neck and a roseacer fretboard, which I'm not really sure what that actually is. I have a feeling that is a composite fretboard. Plastic nuts, decent tuners, so I'll bring up the camera, so fairly standard setup. It's got the fairly well geared ratio on that. It's got the slot topped tuners, bolt on neck, body contour. You know, it looks like a bass and it sounds like a bass to me. Now, I mean, the good, it's about £80, so it's incredibly cheap. It plays, and the caveat of this, it plays very nicely now. It sounds really good. All the controls feel tight. The volume knob, the tone control work really nicely. All the screws are in straight. Good contact on the connector. Tuning pegs work just fine. There's no issues with that like I had on the TE52 where they're a bit difficult to tune. This one goes in fine. Nuts a bit off center, but nothing too bad and could be redone very quickly. Frets are all really nice. Neck feels good, profile's nice. It's not that heavy, which brings us to the cons slightly. So the body is very light, so without the aid of the little strap cushion here, it kind of wants to drop towards the floor a little bit. So I've put strap locks on and got myself a little cushion here, only to grip it to my shoulder a bit more, because I'm paranoid about dropping it. And the other thing, which was a bit of a problem, out of the box it doesn't play very nicely. The action is massive. Took about 5 minutes to adjust the truss rod, just loosen it up slightly and lower the action, and once I've done that it plays beautifully. You know, I can only compare it to how guitars play and how I've felt with guitars in the past, but once it's set up it plays really nicely. I think it sounds great. So who's it good for? Well, it's good for me, so I'm buying it as it happens. setup, it plays absolutely fantastically, it sounds good, and for £80 you can't really go wrong. If you're looking to start playing bass, then it's probably a good place to go. However, like I said, you do need to get it set up, get the truss rod adjusted, get the bridge adjusted. Probably do it yourself, took me 5 minutes. If you're a gigging musician, do you know what? I've been playing it for the last week and it's pretty stable. So I think you get away with using this on stage if you don't want to sort of smash up your best bass. I'm sure real bass players out there will find fault with it, but for me, as somebody who is coming into it as a guitarist who wants a bass to add to his mix, absolutely perfect, and I shall be parting with my money very, very, very soon for it. Right, coming up next is a song which will show you how this sounds in a proper full mix, guitars and vocals as well. Leave comments below about what you think of Harley Benton guitars and basses. If there's any guitars you want to see if I can try and review from them, from Thomann. Big thanks to Thomann for sending this over for me to review. Until next time, subscribe, comment, click the bell thing wherever it might be, and I will see you soon. Cheers, guys.